And we are live. Welcome to Annie's Flock Weekly Live. Welcome back. And we are with Olive again this week. She's acting a little cray-cray, so we'll see how that goes. I might have to put her away if she attacks me. She bit me in the neck. She's being a little hormonal. I have been at work a lot this week, so yeah, that's it. All right, so today's live, we're going to be talking about behavior, parrots' behavior, the difference, more specifically, the difference between an adult parrot and a baby parrot in their behavior. Come here. What's going on? Come on. What is happening with you? What's happening with you? Do you see this? She's like acting super weird. Come on. Okay. Do you want a treat? Do you want a treat? Good job. So I might have to keep her occupied during the live. So that's the topic that was chosen today. The behavior between the difference between an adult parrot and a baby parrot. And when I talk about parrot, I talk about anything between, like anything in the parrot family. So anything in size between a parrot-led budgie all the way to, come on, all the way to a macaw. I mean, yes, there are specific behavior with some parrots, but I'm going to go generally speaking. Because it is very different, the behavior of a little baby and the behavior of an adult parrot. So I have Olive with me. Again, just like last week, I thought that Olive would be a good idea, even though she's acting a little crazy this morning, or even the whole week, actually, because she's not the only one. I had the budgies as babies as well, but come on. But the budgies, if you know the story, my relationship with them is a little bit different because they're bonded and I'm a third wheeler in their love story. So I have a stronger bond with Olive, my black-cape conure, and my Indian ringneck Lucy. My Indian ringneck Lucy, I had her as an adult, and her, you can't see her right now. Come here. What are you doing? Okay, she's gone. She might come back later. Oh, she was thirsty. Okay. She's drinking water over there. So my black-cape conure, Olive, is the only one that I had as a baby, and I had seen the progress from a baby to an adult. So I can really see the difference. So let's see. Hi, everybody. Jungle Queen is live online. Yes. Yeah, I guess you can call me the Jungle Queen. I mean, I don't have plants right now behind me, but I have plants all over my house and the parrots and everything. Yeah, that could be, yeah. Cute parrot. Yeah, she's a parrot. She's a black-cape conure. 2 years and a half, black-cape conure, little parrot. So this week in the live, we're going to be talking about parrots' behavior, the difference between a baby and an adult, because there's a huge difference. And when I talk about parrots, anything in the parrot family. So I'm repeating myself a little bit here, but for the people that just came on board, anything from a parrotlet, a budgie, a lovebird, all the way to a macaw. So these are all in the parrot family. What are you doing? Do you want to show some trick? Okay, spin. Good job. If you were here on the live stream last week, I feel much better. Last week, I was not feeling great, but I decided to go live anyways because it was scheduled. And I even forgot to put the sound on. So if you were on the live or you saw the replay on the channel, yeah, I was not feeling great and the sound was terrible. So I'm sorry. Hopefully this one will be better. Are you friends with Tarzan? No, I'm not friends with Tarzan. I wish so. Okay, so let's get into the subject. And then I'm always interested to see, okay, let's go. Let's do this. You really want treats? You're in training mode, Olive? Yes. I'm always interested to see the people that are watching the live, if they have birds previously, if they're interested in having birds and what type of birds they had. So put that in the chat. I'm always interested. And if you have any questions about the topic, please put that in the chat. I do look once in a while to make sure there are some questions topic related that I answer. All right, so overall, a baby parrot is very much easier than an adult parrot for multiple reasons. But the thing here is that it doesn't stay that way. That's the key phrase. It does not stay that way. And we have to keep that in mind. I think when we adopt a baby parrot, it's not going to be like this forever. Okay, spin. Good job. There you go. Good job, baby girl. So now let's see, why do I say that baby parrot? And I have notes here so that I don't forget, because there's a lot to talk about around this topic. But why are baby easier? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the baby behavior, and then I'm going to translate it to the adult behavior, how sometimes it can morph into something different, how sometimes the same behavior stays, but it means something different, or whatever change from the baby to the adult. So this is how I'm going to go. So what are you doing? Want to say bye-bye? Yeah, they can't see this, right? No, yeah, they can't. You're really in training. Oh my gosh, you really want some treats, you little funny girl. Yes. Aw. I like your comment. Is it info root? I don't have my glasses, and Olive doesn't really like my glasses, and she's very hyped right now, so I don't want to be bit in the face. But info Ruturaj, I'm sorry if I'm not saying this correctly, but thank you. All right, so first thing that I want to talk about is that the baby parrots are, generally speaking, more patient with humans, and they tolerate more from their humans. So what I mean by that is that you can do almost anything with a baby parrot. Come on. They will tolerate any type of touch. Like, see, now she just doesn't want to do this. She's trained to do that, but sometimes she just doesn't want. No? Okay, that's okay. And we respect that. But as a baby, you can do almost anything, anything you want with a baby parrot. They're very tolerant of like being touched or whatever. See how she's like, yeah, no, thank you. I don't want to do this right now. And when they become an adult, it changes a little bit, right? Want to spin this way? Good job, baby. They're also more patient in the sense that if you're trying to teach them something, and you make mistakes and you're not really clear in your communication with them, as a baby parrot, they'll be more, well, patient and easygoing about it. They won't get upset. An adult parrot, if they don't understand what you want, or you're unclear, or they're going to be, because they're so smart, they're just going to get upset. It's almost like, if you're trying to have a conversation with someone that doesn't speak the same language, and and then you're like, oh, I can't get what I need to say. You get kind of frustrated a little bit. And sometimes it will show in your behavior. Well, an adult parrot is a little bit like that. So this is where in your training, if you're not being clear in your communication, they can get upset really quick. And then it can also lead to aggression and then have a negative impact on your relationship with your parrot. I don't know if you heard that, but that was Lucy, my ring neck. Teach your bird to read, he will be famous. Yeah. So not every parrots are talking. Usually baby parrots doesn't. That becomes a little bit more of an adult thing. They don't read, they mimic sound that they know. So you can, yes, teach them how to pronounce. You want some scritches? I just can't take my budgie no matter what, even though I spend, oh, that was retracted. Yeah, budgies are hard, especially if you have more than one. Oh, look, okay, I'm just gonna bring this because she's being really cute right now. I have 2 budgies and they're very bonded. Yeah, so they're very bonded, so it's hard for me to teach them anything or to hold them. Oh, and they were, when I had them, they came from a pet store and they were like, anyway, petrified of everything. So I'm working on it, but it's not super easy. Spray millet is my best friend with my budgies, to be honest. Yeah, spray millet is my best friend with my budgies. If I have spray millet, I can do some stuff. If I don't have spray millet, they're like, whatever, we don't care about you. We have each other. So when you have just one, sometimes it's a little bit easier. The smaller the bird, usually the more scared they are of things, but not always. That's not an always rule. Sorry, I had to mistake in my previous message, even though I had them for months. Yeah, it takes time. So I don't know if you had your budgies. How many budgies do you have? Because that's going to make a difference. And are they bonded or not? And you have 4 budgies. Yes. So this is hard. And especially if they move as a flock, it's going to be really hard. You have to spend time with them. One thing are they adult? Did you get them as an adult or as a baby? Because that also makes a difference. Babies, when they're an adult, I find this a little bit harder as well, because not always, but they tend to be a little bit more scared of things. Almost like, as a human, when you're a child, you don't see what's like you're just you're invincible, or you don't see the danger in things. When you get an adult, like when you become an adult, you can sense danger a little bit more. Well, birds are a little bit more like this, and sometimes whatever they're scared of doesn't make sense to us, but it does to them. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense, but one thing, one trick that I can give you with your budgies is, so I don't know where you are in the stage there, but so for example, with mine, what I do to slowly be able to, and again, budgies don't like to be grabbed, no birds, really. So Olive is the only one I can do this, and it's because it's a trick that I've been teaching since she was a baby. And sometimes she doesn't want, and she's clearly going to show me that she doesn't want to. So there's a lot of steps that goes into training a bird to be able to hold them. Now, to have them to go on your hand as a step up, you want to step up? See, she did not want to. She clearly said, no, thank you, ma'am. So now I'm going to shake the treat. Come on. Okay, now she's coming because she wants a treat. Want to step up? Okay, good job. So yes. So what I find with the budgies is I will have spray millet on me, and I'm going to sit in the bird room. I'm going to let them fly around, and then I'm going to show them the millet, and then they're just going to come to me to eat the millet. So, do this often, eventually, and no spray millet in the cage, ever. That thing is only a you thing. No spray millet in their regular diet, no spray millet in the cage. The spray millet is only with you. It's a you thing. They can get the spray millet only when they're with you. And then slowly they will see that there are no danger to be on you, to be around you. I'm not saying you might never be able to hold them, but you should be able to have them on you, or to be able to have them to step up like this. How are you making your schedule in this fast running life? With 4 birds on top of that, and I'm working full time. I actually have a video on my YouTube channel. You can look it up after. It's called, I believe, A Day in the Life of Me or something like that. And it's basically how am I able to, it's a long video, but I took real-time footage. It's a weird video, but real-time footage of me, and it's a weekday. So from the moment I wake up in the morning until at night when the birds are asleep. So I don't have footage of me at work, obviously, because there's no point, but footage of me in the house. And I explain like what my usual routine is. So you can check that out after, look up on my channel, and then you'll see that video. It was posted a few months ago because I recorded this during the winter. I remember, because it was pitch black in the morning. So mother of all mother, 4 birds. Yeah, it's a lot of birds, a lot of time, but I love them all. And then if you look on the channel, you'll see some stories. Oh, you're so cute, of like how all of this happened in my life. You want a treat? Yeah, I know you want a treat. Okay, let's go back to the behavior, okay? Now, as they get older, from being super patient and super tolerable of humans' behavior or training mistakes or whatever, as they get older, they get less and less patient and tolerant. So yes, you can do pretty much anything you want with your bird when they're baby, but the problem with that, if you start with and you make a lot of mistakes and you keep doing those mistakes without really knowing, that can transform into issues with your relationship when they're being an adult, and then you're trying to figure out, so what changed, what happened? Well, what changes? Hormone kicked in. They're now an adult and they do not tolerate anything that they feel uncomfortable with, or yeah. I'm from Canada, but my first language is French. I'm answering to Ali. So I'm a French Canadian from Quebec, but I moved west in an Anglophone province a few years ago. So English is my second language, and it's from Canada. So it's not really a Canadian accent, because it's a French Canadian English accent, if you will. I cook food for myself, and I even cook food for my birds. There's a video about what well, it changed a little bit. I should do an update on this, but every morning they get a fresh chop, and I have to make a big batch of this every 2 months, and it takes like a whole day. That's just for my my birds, and then yeah, I cook for myself. All right, so next thing I wanted to say about baby behavior. So behaviors that are specific to babies that they can still keep as an adult, and it means something completely different, is like a head bobbing thing or regurgitating. OK, donc vous parlez français aussi? Cute Québec. Oui, je parle français aussi. Français, c'est ma première langue. Un beau petit français du Québec, un accent du Québec. So for the English people here, I was just responding to a French comment that says that I speak French. And yes, I do. It's my first language, but it's French from Quebec, not French from France. So it's a different accent. And kind of dialect, but yeah. So regurgitating is a thing for baby birds because this is how they get fed from the mom and dad, right? So they regurgitate food into the beak of the baby, and it's like it creates like a head bobbing because they're trying to get that food in. And this is, even though they're separated from their parents and then they eat regular food, when they're in the baby stage. So for example, Olive, I want to say, was the first year of her life. The hormone kicked in around a year and a half, and then she became more of like an adult. So the adult behavior kicked in, and the baby behavior kind of stopped. Are you okay? Don't bite me in the neck. Yeah, I don't trust you very much today. And this is something that means something completely different as a baby and as an adult. So a baby, don't worry about it. It's just a baby behavior. They just do it because it's a habit that they have. This is how they get fed when they're babies. But when they become an adult, you'll see it's going to phase out. And then if it picks up again, and they regurgitate on stuff or on you, or they're trying to feed something else, or they're doing that weird head bobbing because they're trying to regurgitate, that is a hormonal behavior. That you have to be careful, because if your bird is extremely hormonal, it can lead to a lot of aggressive behavior. What are you doing? Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay. Want to spin? Spin that way. Come on. Good job. And yes, so hormonal behaviors, when they're hormonals and they get frustrated, they can get pretty aggressive, sometimes towards you and sometimes towards other people in your house, because you are your person. They don't want anyone around you because you are their person, and they see you more as a mate than a human, which is not a good thing. If you have a female parrot, it can lead to egg laying. And then if they don't have the proper diet to lay egg, no, bye-bye, good job. Then we call, oh, you just pooped on me. Did you really do that? Seriously? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna clean myself a little bit. She just pooped on my leg. Oh, are you okay? So what was I saying, Olive? Yeah, so you want to be careful with this because, and so egg laying can lead to being egg bound, and then they can die. So it's not a good thing. It asks a lot from them as well if they just lay eggs without, having a mate, and without, some can become like chronic egg layer to just lay egg all the time, and which is not good. Anyway, so that's what it is. And then let's see, I have more comments. In my country, Peking bird is illegal. In Canada, it's legal. Yes. So I know in some countries it's illegal. In some countries, some birds it's legal, some it's illegal. In Canada, it is legal. I'm not sure about, so here where I live, in the province where I live in Canada, we can own right now, I would say, any type of parrots. We have like breeders that breed those parrots. And then I know that in the States, for example, there are some, United States, there are some states that they can't have some type of parrots because they become invasive species. Here in Canada, it's very cold, so they would not survive the winter anyways. So it's not really an issue. And then the only birds you're going to have here, and I mean, I may be wrong, but I don't know anyone who owns parrots that has been trapped in the wild. They've all, are you okay? They were all born in captivity from breeders. So that's another thing. Now, I'm going off the subject a little bit here, but one thing, that's a personal opinion I want to say about this. Olive was the only bird that I bought as a baby from a breeder, my Black Cape Conure here that you saw, and I will never do this again. Now that I know more about parrots in general and how they've been kept and everything, there are a lot of sanctuaries in Canada and a lot of sanctuaries and I'm looking for my words, and I can't think of it, not even in French. That's bad. But there are a lot of, oh my gosh, rescues. Because parrots are being rehomed a lot because a lot of people, and that's why I'm doing these videos, a lot of people, they don't understand what they're getting themselves to when they buy a parrot. They see all these cute videos on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, name it, that they talk, and then they want to get a talking parrot, and then they get a parrot, and their parrot does not talk. Olive here, she doesn't really talk. Lucy, my Indian ringneck, Indian ringneck are known, if you look at all these TikTok videos, they talk and it's super clear. My Indian ringneck, you just heard her, that's all she does. That's her sound. She doesn't talk at all. So if you're getting a parrot, and I get, anyways, a little bit hyped up when I talk about this. If you're getting a parrot because you want a parrot that talks, don't get a parrot, just get a toy. Because yeah, you're going to rehome that bird, like 100%. You're not going to keep that bird. And then the other thing is people don't realize they get a baby bird, and then the baby, they can do whatever they want with it. And then when they become an adult, they start biting. They out of control. They don't know what to do with their birds. And then it becomes such a problem. And they rehome that bird. So all these sanctuaries, all these rescues with parrots in Canada, it's a problem. And Lucy is actually a kind of a rescue. I have a full video. I think I have a live actually about her story. Yeah, I have in the weekly lives. In all the lives you can see I was talking about Lucy's story and how I kind of rescued her from a breeder. I mean, I have 4 birds and I'm working full time, so there's no room for other birds at this point. But if I would ever get another parrot, it would not be a baby from a breeder. It would be an adult bird, or a baby that has been rehomed like right away, or asking to be rehomed, because it's a problem, honestly, in Canada. And I know it's not just this country, like it's a problem in other countries as well. So I would rather save a bird from a life of misery than having a baby bird and asking a breeder to get a baby bird, because that's pretty much what I did with her. And I don't regret it. I love her, but I would rather save a bird, if that makes sense. But that's just personal to me. Anyways. Oh my gosh, I've been talking so much and I love it. You guys had questions and all, and it was amazing, but I keep those lives short, like kind of short, about half an hour, and we're already at 29 minutes. So, and I still have some stuff to talk about. Maybe I can do a part 2 of this. Let me know if you want a part 2 of this. I can do that. But what else though can I talk about? Oh, the other thing that is specific to baby birds, there's a fledging phase that we call. So when they're babies, they learn how to fly. And that is another problem. People will sometimes clip their birds' wings because they are scared that they will hurt themselves when they start to learn how to fly. because it gets very chaotic. But you know what? It's like a baby that learns how to walk. It's the same thing. They will fall. It's part of learning. So anyways, that's another subject. I'm not really black and white on things when it comes to parrots, because I think every parrots are different and every situation is different and everybody's doing their best. But clipping wings is a big no-no for me. Like 1000% a big no-no for many reasons. And I have a live about this. It's on my channel as well. Okay, come on. Good job. And so they have that fledgling phase, which is normal. It's going to be hectic. It's going to be chaotic. They're just learning how to fly. An adult should know how to fly. So it shouldn't be really a problem. Having said that, if they were clipped as a baby, so they wouldn't go through that fledgling phase, that is a problem, because the bigger the bird, the harder it's going to be to develop those muscles and get rid of the fear to get hurt when they start to fly. Yes. So Lucy, my Indian ringneck, well, first, so this is going to be my last thing I'm going to talk about. Olive here, she was clipped when I got her. I was not happy about this. I did not know that she would be clipped, but she could still fly. So I've been teaching her recall training, which is, I'm going to show you what recall is. Okay, I just put her away a little bit. Come on. Good job. So it's basically calling your bird and they fly to you. That's basically what recall here is. So because she could fly, but short distance, I kept her muscles engaged and I decided to recall train her. So as an adult, when she gained all of her feathers back, she was an amazing flyer. So she flies really well. Lucy, my Indian ringneck, when I got her, she was about 7 years old. And I don't really have her history other than she was a breeding bird that got rejected from her male. Good job. Just gave me a kiss. So I don't know if she got ever clipped as a breeding bird. I'm assuming she was stuck in a cage all the time. So her ability to fly, and Indian ringnecks are a little bit bigger, right? They're slightly bigger than this. So heavier. Olive is about 65 grams, and Lucy, my Indian ringneck, is about 135 grams. So it's almost double. Good job. So heavier, and that was quite the process. To teach her how to fly and how to land, it was quite the process. It was very difficult. And I've had her for 1.5 years, and I want to say when I don't have to practice every single day, I can see it in her flight. She struggles a little bit. Like, it's not easy. She won't be able to fly long distance or to fly or to ascend when she flies, because she's not gonna have the power because of her muscles that are not as, she could not fly big distance before. You think I called you a baby girl? She could not fly long distance, like just from the living room to the kitchen. At the beginning, she would just crash midway because like she didn't have the muscle to do that. So with an adult, depending on how old they are, it's going to take time and a lot of patience to be able to, and a lot of work to be able to have them to fly again and to be able to get that skill back, if ever. So I will end it there. I still had some stuff that I wanted to talk about. Let me know if you want to have a part 2 of this behavior, the difference between a baby and an adult parrot behavior, and I can do that. I'm just going to look at this last. I bought nest and install on window wall. Now sparrow using this as their home. Oh, that is so cute. I love it. So don't forget to subscribe and look on the post tab or community tab. Every Thursday, I post a poll there that you get to choose the topic of the current week live. And I do the same thing on my Instagram, and anniesflock Instagram story. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you can look at the description box of the live here, and you will find the link to the Instagram. And you can also watch this on replay. And thank you, Info Rituraj. I don't know what I was saying. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.